Buenos dias. It is me for a vinyl update video. Once again, coming to you from the record/CD/catch-em-all room. First thing I want to show is the most recent issue of Classic Rock magazine with Pink Floyd on the cover. And this is really good because it has 50 years of Pink Floyd divided into decades, more or less. And it also has an article about the Decline of Western Civilization box set. It came out, has all 3 movies in it, and it has a really awesome picture of Tammy Down there from Faster Pussycat. So it's a very interesting article, and this came with a CD of new artists. I already put this on my iPod, but I haven't listened to it yet, so I'll listen to that probably tomorrow. And some of the stuff I picked up, just a little bit of everything here. Let me set it down here. I'm doing. Okay, the first few things I'll show is this is a reissue 180 gram. Take this off here. But I picked this up at Half Price Books, and it was $14.99. It's used, like I said, but it's a reissue, so it's not too old. It's on Sire Records. Road to Ruin, which have the first 2, just the first one, and I can't think of the second one, Rocket to Russia. And then I picked this one up. This one is Leave Home. Take this up here. I'm so prepared for these videos when I make them. This one's Leave Home. This is also 180 gram reissue. So yeah, these are a little bit higher in the record store if you can find them. I mean, they're not extremely hard to find, but you don't see them very often. At least, you know, they don't turn up like, you know, something that's just came out. But I also have these on CD, or I think I have the first 3 reissues on CD with all the bonus tracks. That's the Ramones' Leave Home. I don't know if I said that or not. This one, you know, I looked and looked forever and ever for this record. Original, reissue, it didn't matter. And after Cat had found it, then I'd found it not too long after that. I mean, I looked quite a while, but finally did find it on reissue, and about fell over. But then this was at Half Price Books, $2.99. Motley Crue, Dr. Feelgood. And this is an original. And it has the sleeve with it. You know, there's not a thing wrong with it. I mean, I don't know if it's the first pressing, but I do know it's an original pressing. I mean, in other words, it's not a reissue. So, you know, I was pretty floored to find that. And then I think this was the last one I bought at half price. Was $1.99 as is. Pink Floyd, Wish You Were Here. You know, it's got quite a bit of ring wear. And I already have this. And actually the one I have is a little better copy than this. But I actually bought it because 1, it was cheap. 2, it's Pink Floyd. And 3, it's, you know, it's quite worn. The record's fairly decent though. And I like records that are, you know, that's seen some wear and tear. I mean, as long as they're playable. And then this I picked up too, Helen Schneider with the Kick. And I don't know who this is, but the cover looked really good. So if the music's as good as the cover, I mean, I don't know what year this came out. It's on Mirage Records. Came out in 83. So, you know, I'm going to check this one out and see what it sounds like. It looks like a 4-piece band, so anyway. Then I also found this at Goodwill, Black Oak, Arkansas. This is a live album, Ranch and Roll. I'd never seen this one. I have a couple of theirs on vinyl, but this one's, you know, it's pretty stale smelling. I don't know if it was stored in a garage or what, but, you know, I don't know if it had, it looks like the original inner sleeve. It's on Adco Records. You know, it's not in the best condition, but 99 cents. You don't see that often at a thrift store. And then I got some newer albums. This was one that I was familiar with from the documentary on Seattle's grunge scene called Hype. I love that documentary. It's like one of my favorite documentaries of all time. If you can get a hold of a copy of that, or if you can watch it online, I'm not sure, you ought to really check it out. But this band was featured in that, Dead Moon. And they had about 3 of their albums there, where I was at the record store. This one's called Nervous Sooner Changes. And this is in mono. And I listened to this, and it's extremely good. It's like garage rock, you know, sort of like pre-grunge, prototype. I think this one came out in, I'm not sure if it came out in 2014 or if it was just released in 2014. But I know that, as far as I know, they're still making music. Dead Moon. So check them out. You know, get on YouTube and listen to some of their stuff. I mean, it's really, I really enjoyed the album. Actually better than I thought I would, because I sort of knew what to expect, but it was even better. And then this is another band that someone showed recently, and you know, I knew about the band. I just didn't own anything of theirs. And I was familiar with Keith Morris from the Circle Jerks and Black Flag. This is his new band, Off, or not extremely new. That's been out, you know. This band's been going for a while. This is a compilation of their first. Well, I'll just read what it says. It's Keith Morris, Dimitri Coates, Stephen McDonald, and Mario Rubalaka. Blah blah blah. Sorry about that. He was in Rocket from the Crypt and Earthless. So anyway, it's following their critically acclaimed first 4 EPs, Off presented their first proper full-length album, 16 tracks, each more pissed off than the last, and it includes the download card. So anyway, this says, Satan Did Not Appear, assuming that's the name of it. So, and this is really good too. I really enjoyed this. I'll be picking up some more of their stuff, because it sounds like classic. It sort of has the little bit of a Dead Kennedys feel to it. But it definitely, you know, it's similar to the Circle Jerks to me. And Keith Morris, he hasn't lost a thing on his vocals. I mean, he can still, you know, it's just like he's still in his 20s to me. It sounds that good. And then the last one I'll show that I've been looking for a long time. I have the CD, I have it on my iPod, you know. Used to own it on cassette. Actually, I think I do have it on cassette again, somewhere. But it's GNR Lives. And this is not a reissue. This is an import. And it's a German import. And it comes in this like little rattly sleeve. It's sort of like, I'm assuming supposed to be like a sleeve that you used to get magazines in. They sort of was sort of like that. And there's the inner sleeve, Live Like Suicide, and I'll try to cover this up here. This was censored on the American version. So, and it's not 180 grams, because like I said, it's just an import. It's not an actual reissue. It sounds decent. I mean, I'm just so glad to have it. You know, that overpowers everything else. I guess probably a 180 gram reissue from the master would probably sound a little more crisp, a little clearer. But it's fine, because I'm not really an audiophile. I don't really get hung up in too much of the sound quality. I mean, it might be because I don't know any better, or because my ears aren't tuned to that. I mean, I know what sounds good and what doesn't, but to me, having that record on vinyl, or having that Guns N' Roses on vinyl, you know, that's the most important thing. So all I'm missing now is, let's see, Use Your Illusion 1 and 2 on vinyl, and the Spaghetti Incident. those are really the only 3 that I'd like to get on vinyl that I don't have. I think the Live Era double album is on vinyl, but I don't know if I can even find that one, and if I did, it's hard telling how much that would go for, but, you know. So that's all the stuff I have to show in this video. Fairly quick run through. If you like my video, give it a thumbs up, and if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. Leave me some comments and fill in some of the blanks there and some stuff I said. If you're interested in any of those bands you're not familiar with, check them out. And we'll see you in probably the next video.